Hello everybody and welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf, and welcome to the channel if you're a brand new viewer. You're joined with me today at Fox Hills Golf and Country Club. As you can see here, we're on a fantastic hole here. Really nice par 4. Down the hill we've kind of got a bit of a stream, then we're going up to kind of an elevated green. So really nice inviting hole for a driver. But today we're going to talk about how we can sequence the body to help us get this shaft shallowing. Now, everybody I speak to is always wanting to tap this ball from the inside. All we want to do is feel like we get rid of that over the top move. So we're going to talk about how we can sequence the body to do so today in kind of like a two-step process in terms of the drill process here. So how we're going to start off this is, if we kind of analyse in the fact that a lot of people I see and come for me for lessons, we'd swing to the top, in transition we'd feel like we pull down on this handle and we'd see the shaft steepen in this direction here. So we're going to talk about how we can do completely the opposite to help ensure a better strike and more consistency on the golf course. So firstly, the first part of this process, I want you to feel like we're going to do a few swings without the golf ball. We're going to firstly place our lead hand on, so if you're a right-handed player, we're going to place that left hand on top. We're going to raise it up to the ground, and then we're going to feel like we hook it under, so you can see there I've kind of hooked my right palm underneath my left arm there. And what we're going to do is I want you to make a few swings. We're going to go to the top, and I want you to feel in transition, instead of you feeling like you're going to pull these hands down to start, I want you to feel as though, imagine you've got a laser on your belt buckle. That's going to start in transition to feel like it moves towards the target. So we're going to go to the top, we're going to feel it move towards the target, move towards the target. And you can see here, as I'm doing so, this shaft is actually shallowing nicely. I'm not pulling down this handle, it's actually not even thinking about pulling down that handle, and it's allowing me to move nicely in transition. So we're going to do that again. To the top, feel like we move this way. And we can see here how we're getting this nice shaft shallowing. We're going to do 3 reps and let it go. So that's number 1, to the top. Open up, let it go through. You can see here, as I do this, I'm learning to dissociate the bottom from the upper. And that's really allowing me to lay the shaft down and through. So now we've got a feeling of allowing the upper body to be separated from the lower body and kind of sequence the body better. We now want to kind of apply that into a situation where we can actually do it with both hands on the glove. It's all well getting those feelings that are tangible in terms of a drill, but are they going to be powerful out on the golf course? Yes, they have a place, but this is what, for me, this is the one that we're really going to over-exaggerate. So what we're going to do here is, this is where if you've got an alignment stick, we're going to place it underneath the grip, and then we're going to take hold of that all together. And we're going to address the golf ball. And what I want you to do here is, this is a really good highlighting, almost like our laser at the butt end of our golf club here. If we were to steepen the shaft, we'd see this laser point down towards the ground. What I want you to feel like, we're going to do that 3-gear process. We're going to do gear 1, in a sense we're going to swing to the top. Can we feel like we get this laser pointing above the golf ball? And this is quite an over-exaggerated move, but if we over-exaggerate it, we can hopefully find that middle ground actually hitting that shot. So we're going to go to the top, gear 1. And through. Gear 2, we're going to do the same thing. We really feel like we're over-exaggerating this thing and feel like this laser is going to point above the golf ball. Gear 2, and through. And then gear 3, this is kind of what we're going to do almost full speed, but be careful here with the alignment stick. To the top, through the laser goes over the golf ball. Laser over the golf ball, and through. So for me here, I really feel like I'm feeling a laser's point over the golf ball, and it's a subtle move in transition. I don't really feel like I'm very active with the hands. It's more so that I'm starting this, remember, from the first drill, from the lower body to the upper body. And that, for me, if you can understand that and kind of comprehend that, that is a really good kind of starting point to help you shallow that shaft in transition, lead to better shots out on the golf course, and ultimately better, more consistent golf. So let's hit this one now. So the move we're looking for from the top is this move. Can we feel like we're shallowing this shaft? The laser is pointing over the golf ball, not pointing down into that right toe. Really kind of simple feeling, simple expression, and have a go. Don't be scared of this. It's going to feel a bit strange for you if you've never done this before and you really struggle with that over the top move, but that's fine. We've got to go to the extreme opposite to find that neutral middle ground. This is my version of over-exaggerating here. Really nice shot there. Maybe a little bit of a pull, but some really nice contact. And all my feeling there was in transition, can I feel that laser points over the golf ball? And that's a really good visual and something you can take to the golf course. And what I would do is, don't be scared of getting some of your friends to kind of get that on film of you over-exaggerating that move. I also think it's very good if you can see the fact that you can do it in person, then it's a lot more tangible when you get onto the golf course. So if you're going to do that, guys, it's very important where you get that camera. Down the line, you want it roughly around your hand height and on your hand level in terms of left to right. So hand height, hand level in terms of left and right, to really get a good visual in terms of where this camera wants to be, to see you do these 3 gears. Can I shallow this shaft? And if I can see it, I find that when I'm teaching people and they can see they do it, when they get in front of the golf ball on the golf course, they've got a mental image to work to. Thank you guys for watching today's video on Alex Elite Golf. Don't forget to subscribe, give all this content a thumbs up, and thank you to Fox Hills Golf and Country Club for having me here today. As you can see, fantastic golf course. Thank you. So an important point to note, without going into this too kind of in too much depth, that just a simple feeling, when we're in transition, we're trying to feel like this laser points over our golf ball in this motion. Let's just feel as though as we do that at the same time, I know this is kind of a complicated feeling, but let's feel like our knuckles are going to want to point towards the ground. And all this simply does is this helps marry up and strengthen that club face to allow us to shallow that shaft and do that with a square club face instead of an open face. If we were not to kind of feel that motion, it'd be very hard for us to strengthen that club face at impact and also kind of give us that square club face. So simple, we could do that in the first drill. We could feel it when we're trying to move the lower from the upper. We could feel that same motion of me feeling like I'm strengthening this golf club, and knuckles feel like they're pointing down towards the ground. But also in that second form, the kind of the more realistic form, we could swing to the top and we could feel like we're strengthening that club. Really think that the laser points over the golf ball through to the target. And remember the 3 gears. First gear as slow as you can, second gear 50%, and the third gear full out, almost like you're going to hit a full shot. So you kind of got those 3 tangible gears of improvement. And do that with 3 golf balls in your structured practice. First ball may even just go just in front of us. Second gear is going to go probably half that distance, and the final gear would be your full shot out on the golf course. Really trying to marry up those feelings of the first drill into the second, into a real world scenario.